Hello, everyone. If you're a senior dedicated to healthy eating, loading your plate with vegetables, I commend you. You believe you're doing everything right for your body, especially your joints. But what if I told you that some of those very healthy vegetables could be waging a silent, insidious war on your joint health, fueling daily pain, stiffness, and that frustrating loss of mobility? It sounds almost unbelievable, I know. Yet, as a doctor who has spent decades guiding seniors toward better health, I've seen, time and time again, how certain compounds in seemingly innocent, even celebrated plants can cruelly aggravate delicate joints. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 3 such vegetables. Truths that often get overlooked in mainstream advice. Stay with me, because understanding this could fundamentally change the way you eat, and more importantly, how you feel, every single day. Welcome to AgeWell Insights. We're here to cut through the confusion and bring you clear, actionable health wisdom. Before we expose these surprising culprits, if you're new here, I urge you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We release videos regularly, packed with empowering information to help you thrive. And if you find this video valuable, please type yes in the comments below. It truly helps us understand what content serves you best. Now, let's be absolutely clear. Vegetables are vital, a cornerstone of health. But as we gracefully age, our bodies tell a different story. Our joints have borne the brunt of decades of movement, and our internal systems can become far more sensitive to certain natural compounds. What was perfectly harmless, even beneficial, at 30 or 40, might now unexpectedly trigger an inflammatory cascade, especially if you're already managing conditions like arthritis. This isn't about demonizing food. It's about arming you with deeper knowledge for your specific needs, right now. First on our list, a vibrant staple in countless kitchens, often lauded for its rich lycopene content and vitamins. Tomatoes. Yes. The humble tomato. It's a prominent member of the nightshade family, a group that also includes potatoes, eggplants, and peppers. Plants that, while nutritious, hold a little discussed secret for some. So, what's the hidden concern for your joint health? Nightshades, including tomatoes, produce chemical compounds called alkaloids, one of which is solanine. Think of solanine as the plant's natural armor. For many, it's a non-issue, but for a significant number of individuals, particularly those with existing arthritis, fibromyalgia, or other inflammatory joint conditions, these alkaloids can act as a relentless trigger, significantly worsening their pain, inflammation, and debilitating stiffness. The current understanding suggests these compounds might irritate the gut lining. Imagine this irritation creating tiny microscopic openings, a condition some refer to as leaky gut. This in turn can allow inflammatory molecules which should have stayed within the gut to escape into your bloodstream and launch an assault on your already sensitive joints. For some, it's like constantly poking at a sore spot, preventing it from ever truly healing. You might experience this as an insidious increase in joint aching, a morning stiffness that seems to cling on for hours, or even visible swelling in your fingers, knees, or ankles after regularly consuming tomatoes, especially in concentrated forms like sauces, ketchup, or tomato paste. I recall Mrs. Peterson, a vibrant lady in her early 70s, who religiously added fresh tomatoes to her daily salad, believing she was boosting her health. Yet her knee pain was relentless. It was only after we trialed a nightshade elimination that she found profound relief, a connection previously missed by general advice. While the scientific community continues to debate the universal impact, the sheer volume of personal testimonies from seniors who've reclaimed their comfort by minding their nightshades is too compelling to ignore, especially if you're living with unexplained or persistent joint pain. If you suspect tomatoes or other nightshades might be contributing to your joint issues, the most empowering step you can take is a strict elimination trial. Remove them completely from your diet for at least 3 to 4 weeks, meticulously keeping a symptom diary. If you notice a clear positive change, less pain, more mobility, then you've likely found a crucial piece of your personal health puzzle. If your symptoms remain unchanged, then nightshades are probably not your primary adversary. Some believe that thorough cooking at high temperatures can somewhat reduce the alkaloid content in nightshades. But for those who are highly sensitive, avoidance during this trial period often yields the clearest insights. Were you aware of this potential dark side to tomatoes? Let me know in the comments. This kind of knowledge, often buried in scientific journals or passed along in specialized clinics, is what we aim to bring to you. And we're just getting started. The next vegetable is almost universally worshipped as a superfood. Yet it too holds a potential pitfall for certain seniors concerned about their joints. Next up, spinach, the verdant powerhouse, synonymous with iron, vitamins K and A, and a plethora of antioxidants. It's the bedrock of healthy eating, isn't it? For the majority, absolutely. But for a specific group of seniors, particularly those with a predisposition to certain types of joint pain, like gout or those who have battled kidney stones, spinach warrants a more discerning approach. This isn't common knowledge, but it's vital. Spinach, you see, is exceptionally high in naturally occurring compounds called oxalates. In the body, oxalates have a tendency to bind with calcium. If you're sensitive, or if your intake of high oxalate foods is consistently very large without balancing factors, this can lead to the formation of tiny, sharp calcium oxalate crystals. Most people know these crystals as the primary culprits behind the excruciating pain of kidney stones, but what's less discussed is that these same microscopic crystals can also precipitate in and around joint tissues. When this happens, they can act like tiny shards of glass, physically irritating the joints, triggering a painful inflammatory response and leading to symptoms of swelling and stiffness. This can either mimic conditions like gout or significantly exacerbate existing crystal-related arthropathies. Now, this doesn't mean spinach is a villain for everyone, but if you have a documented history of calcium oxalate kidney stones, if you've been diagnosed with gout, or if you suffer from certain types of inflammatory arthritis and notice your joint pain flares up after meals rich in high oxalate foods, then spinach could indeed be a contributing factor. It's often about the total oxalate load in your diet. A few leaves in a mixed salad might be negligible, but consuming large quantities daily, such as in raw spinach smoothies or heaping dinner plates, could tip the balance for those who are susceptible. Many seniors I've consulted were unknowingly overloading on oxalates from healthy sources, puzzled by their persistent joint aches. If spinach is a beloved part of your diet and you don't have these specific sensitivities, there's no need for alarm. However, if any of the above conditions resonate with you, or if you've anecdotally linked spinach or other high oxalate foods to your joint discomfort, consider a period of mindful moderation. An interesting fact often overlooked is that cooking spinach, particularly boiling or steaming it and then discarding the cooking water, can significantly reduce its soluble oxalate content, sometimes by up to 50% or more. Adequate hydration throughout the day is also paramount, as it helps your kidneys process and excrete oxalates more efficiently. Furthermore, pairing oxalate-rich foods with calcium-rich foods in the same meal can help bind oxalates in the intestine, preventing their absorption into the bloodstream. For lower oxalate leafy green alternatives, consider romaine lettuce or bok choy. And finally, our third common vegetable that might be secretly waging a war on your joints, corn. Whether it's enjoyed fresh off the cob in summer, from a can in winter salads, or as a side dish, corn is a familiar presence on many plates. But when we look closer, especially through the lens of inflammation and joint health in seniors, its sunny reputation becomes a little more complex and, for some, problematic. Firstly, it's important to remember that corn is botanically a grain, not a vegetable, and it can have a surprisingly high glycemic index. This means it can cause your blood sugar to spike quite rapidly after you eat it. For seniors, whose insulin sensitivity might naturally be on the decline, these repeated blood sugar surges are unwelcome news. They lead to an increase in harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs are notorious for promoting oxidative stress and systemic inflammation, a fire that can certainly inflame already sensitive joints and contribute to the gradual breakdown of precious cartilage over time, while being critically deficient in anti-inflammatory omega-3s. This skewed ratio, an overabundance of omega-6 to omega-3, is a powerful driver of a pro-inflammatory state within your body. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is a well-known enemy of joint health, a key factor in the progression of arthritis and other degenerative joint diseases. So, while that ear of sweet corn might seem like a harmless treat, if your overall diet is already tilted towards omega-6 dominance, regularly adding more corn can further fuel that internal inflammatory fire. Furthermore, it's a reality that a large percentage of corn grown today is genetically modified, which remains a topic of concern for many health-conscious individuals. Beyond that, many corn-derived ingredients, like the infamous high-fructose corn syrup, are pervasive in ultra-processed foods, products undeniably linked to widespread inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, and overall poor health outcomes. It's also not uncommon for some individuals to have a specific sensitivity or intolerance to corn that can manifest in various ways, including digestive upset, skin reactions, or indeed an exacerbation of joint pain and stiffness. Often without them pinpointing corn as the culprit. I've seen patients in my practice who, after much trial and error, discovered that eliminating corn brought them unexpected relief from long-standing joint issues. If you're grappling with chronic joint pain or diagnosed inflammatory conditions, it could be a very insightful experiment to significantly reduce or eliminate your intake of corn and all its processed derivatives for a period of, say, 4 to 6 weeks. Observe your body's response closely. Focus on a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. If you do choose to include corn occasionally, opt for organic, non-GMO varieties whenever possible, and ensure it's consumed in strict moderation as part of a diet that is also abundant in anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids to help maintain a healthier balance. So if these commonly lauded healthy vegetables might, for some, be hidden adversaries in the fight for joint comfort, what should you be embracing on your plate? Fortunately, the plant kingdom is overflowing with truly joint-nourishing champions. Focus on these powerhouses. Cruciferous warriors. Think broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and kale. These are bursting with sulforaphane, a remarkable anti-inflammatory compound that research indicates can actually help protect your precious cartilage from wear and tear. Lightly steam or sauté them to unlock their full potential and make them easy on your digestion. Even a modest daily serving can be a significant step towards healthier joints. Vibrant root protectors. Carrots, sweet potatoes, and beets are not just colorful and delicious. They are loaded with antioxidants like beta-carotene and other vital phytonutrients that actively combat inflammation. Roasting or steaming them beautifully concentrates their natural sweetness and nutrients. Imagine a warm, colorful medley of roasted root vegetables, seasoned with joint-loving herbs like turmeric and ginger. A true feast for your joints. Wise leafy green choices. If high oxalate greens like spinach have raised a red flag for your specific situation, explore other wonderful options like bok choy, Swiss chard, or crisp romaine lettuce. The golden rule with greens is variety and avoiding overconsumption of any single type, especially if you have known sensitivities. The mighty alliums. Don't underestimate onions, garlic, leeks, and shallots. These contain potent sulfur compounds including quercetin and allicin, celebrated for their significant anti-inflammatory and antioxidant prowess. They are flavor heroes and joint guardians, wonderful additions to nearly any savory dish. Hydration heroes. Vegetables like cucumbers and celery are more than 90% water. Proper hydration is surprisingly crucial for joint lubrication, cartilage resilience, and flushing out metabolic wastes. Crisp cucumber slices or celery sticks are not just refreshing snacks. They're actively supporting your joint environment. Fungi friends. Don't overlook mushrooms. Varieties such as shiitake, maitake, and lion's mane are rich in beta-glucans and other unique compounds that can help modulate your immune system and significantly reduce inflammation. Lightly sauté them to enhance their rich umami flavor and add a powerful health boost to your meals. Remember, your diet is an incredibly powerful tool, but it's just one pillar of robust joint health. Maintaining a healthy weight is absolutely paramount, as every extra pound places several pounds of additional pressure on your weight-bearing joints, particularly your knees and hips, accelerating wear and tear. Staying gently active is non-negotiable. Joint-friendly exercises like swimming, water aerobics, tai chi, or even a simple daily walk help maintain essential muscle strength around your joints, preserve flexibility, and promote vital joint lubrication. And please, do not underestimate the profound impact of stress management. Chronic stress floods your body with inflammatory hormones. Simple practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, or spending time in nature can make a world of difference. Finally, quality sleep is when your body does its most critical repair work. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night to allow your joints and your entire body to heal and rejuvenate. Always listen to your body. It's your most honest and reliable guide, constantly giving you clues as to what truly helps and what might be hindering your path to comfort. It can be genuinely disheartening, even a little frustrating, to learn that some of the very healthy foods you've trusted for years might require a more critical look, especially when you've been diligently trying to do your best. But please, I urge you not to view this information as a message of harsh restriction or fear. Instead, embrace it as a message of profound empowerment. This knowledge is your most valuable asset. By understanding the subtle ways certain foods might specifically interact with your unique body at this stage of your life, you gain the power to make more informed, highly personalized choices. Choices that truly nourish your joint health, enhance your mobility, and elevate your overall vitality. Your journey to significantly less joint pain and a more active, joyful life can begin with these seemingly small, yet incredibly insightful dietary adjustments. What was the most surprising vegetable on this list for you today? Have you ever noticed a connection between certain foods and your joint comfort? Share your valuable thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Our community learns and grows, stronger together. If this video has provided you with insights you found valuable, please show your support with a thumbs up. Consider sharing it with friends or family members who might also benefit, and most importantly, be sure to subscribe to AgeWell Insights and hit that notification bell. We are passionately committed to bringing you clear, reliable, and empowering health wisdom every single week. Thank you for watching, and here's to your vibrant, health, comfortable movement and a life lived with insight and joy.